Hey everyone, it's Juanito, your Thursday blogger for Weight Loss Loser, and I had a date tonight, and it went really well, and I'm really happy right now. I don't know, I have this butterfly feeling type thing going on, but it's really nice. I like it. I haven't gone on a date in such a long time. It was nice. Alright, so this week we were talking about food addiction and do you believe in it? And earlier this week, Natalie was talking about, she mentioned the meaning of the word addiction, which also in dictionary.com it talks about addiction being a compulsive physiological or psychological need for a habit-forming substance. And then I found that interesting because if you go to Overeaters Anonymous, which is the first thing that I thought, or that came to my mind when I thought about food addiction, was, are you a compulsive overeater? So, and pardon me while I look at my other screen here, but it has, is Overeaters Anonymous for you? Are you a compulsive overeater? And it says, here's a series of questions that may help you determine if you're a compulsive overeater. Do you eat when you're not hungry? Do you go on eating binges for no apparent reason? Do you have feelings of guilt or remorse after overeating? Do you give too much time and thought to food? Do you look forward with pleasure and anticipation to the time when you can eat alone? Do you plan these secret binges ahead of time? Do you eat sensibly before others and make up for it alone? Is your weight affecting the way you live your life? Have you tried a diet for a week or longer only to fall short of your goal? Do you resent others telling you to use a little willpower to stop overeating? Despite evidence to the contrary, you have continued to assert that you can diet on your own whenever you wish. Do you crave to eat at a definite time, day or night, other than mealtime? Do you eat to escape from worries or trouble? Have you ever been treated for food obesity or food-related condition? And does your eating behavior make you or others unhappy? And then it basically says, have you answered yes to 3 or more of these questions? If so, it's probable that you have or are on your way to compulsive overeating problem. So lots of thoughts come to mind in regards to this. I can say that I can answer yes to a lot of these things, at least they have in the past been an issue for me, and some of them still are. Technically, I have at least 3 of these things that I'm sure that I'm still dealing with today. So, am I a compulsive overeater? Yes. Now, Overeaters Anonymous is very interesting because it bases its function off of, or the way it works off of Alcoholics Anonymous, which deals with the 12-step program and kind of surrendering yourself to your compulsive habit and believing that you can't get better unless you surrender yourself to admitting that you have a problem and to believing that there's a higher power, God or however you believe it, that can help you. And a lot of that has to do with your mental well-being. So back on track, dealing with the food addiction or compulsive overeating. I know for me this all ties into depression and how you resolve your issues. For me, it was never drugs or for the most part never alcohol. But as I have my drink, but it has been eating, and back prior to my surgery, there were times I would sit there, and if I knew that I was going to have a meal at this time, it felt like for me it was the thing that I had control over in my life. I could control when I was going to eat and what I was going to put into my body. And, I would sit there and I would go to Burger King and get all this food and then eat it in the car before getting home for dinner. And God, just to think that probably what I would eat in Burger King alone was probably 3,000 to 4,000 calories in just one sitting. Isn't that kind of crazy to think? And I know that the times that I've dieted, that I would try to, go onto this meal plan, the urge, my craving to eat something off of my plan at some point would get so huge that it would drive me crazy. And I know, like, my family tried to help me with it because they would try to keep me occupied doing something. I think the worst part is that downtime when you're not working and you're not at home doing something where you can have time to think about it. And yeah, food used to sit a lot on my mind. And just planning out my day around my eating. And then the worst part is that then as you're getting heavier and heavier, you're feeling worse and worse about yourself, and you alleviate that more with eating, which falls in the same categories I think most people with addictions to alcohol or to narcotics. So my belief, yes, it does exist. Yes, the body can have a craving for it. Whether it's some sort of chemical release that the brain has. I know that, maybe, and I haven't, done a lot of research into this, but just like taking a drug, gives your body that sensation of that feeling good. There's people that are addicted to sex, people that are addicted to drugs, people addicted to a whole bunch of different things that chemically change your body, and I have pretty sure that food is one of those things. So anyways, I think that pretty much wraps up my answer to this question. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm going to post a link up to the Overeaters Anonymous website. A lot of information there. I only kind of skimmed through a portion of it, but I found it super interesting. And I've gone to one of the meetings once back prior to my gastric bypass, and unfortunately it wasn't something that I was able to stick to then. As I've said in the past, the gastric bypass for me has been a tool and has kind of, in a sense, I feel modified my body's chemistry for that craving, because I don't have as strong of a craving to eat, and I don't plan my day out around my food and when I was going to eat and what I was going to eat. So alright, well, that pretty much wraps it up. Hope you guys liked, and stay tuned tomorrow for Jason, your Friday Blogger. Y'all have a good week. Bye.